What is up everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today is episode 9 of F1 20 My Team Career Mode. Today is the Canada Grand Prix. I'm pretty excited for it. Right now in the standings we're in first place, and in the constructor standings we're in third. And so in the drivers we're in first, and in the constructors we're in third. Okay guys, here we are in qualifying. So today, qualifying so far is not raining, but we're gonna have to put the very first lap in our first 1 or 2 laps before we come back into the box to change tires, because it's gonna start raining right after that probably. So we're gonna have to putting in a really fast lap. So let's see what we can do. Okay guys, so we got a really good lap, and to prove that, we got pole position anyway, so that's pretty good. Let's see if we can carry that momentum into a win in the Canadian Grand Prix. Let's try our best, and yeah.
Montreal is not only the second largest French-speaking city in the world, but it's home since 1978 to the Canadian Grand Prix. The name Villeneuve looms large over this one, but who can write their own legends today? With top speeds of around 210 miles per hour heading into the overtaking opportunity of turn 13, the 2.7 miles of the circuit Gilles Villeneuve are some of the quickest on the Formula One calendar. There are 14 corners in total, with 60% of the lap taken at full throttle, and average speeds clock in at about 130 miles per hour. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Rodriguez lines up on pole position. And starting next to them is George Russell. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Sainz, Verstappen, Norris, Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Zhou, Magnussen, Leclerc, Gasly, Hamilton, Perez, Sargent, Hulkenberg, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Ocon, Ricciardo, Albon, Liam Lawson, and Valtteri Bottas begins the race from the back of the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And with me today, of course, is Natalie Pinkham. Let's talk about Rodriguez. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, they've been avoiding mistakes and have had solid pace, so it's been a good season so far. But whether they can keep that up long term remains to be seen.
Okay, guys, here we are ready to start this race, and it's here. And lights out, and away we go off to the Canadian Grand Prix. We start off with a really good start, getting ahead of everybody. Russell fighting with Sainz for second place. We come into turn 1, continuing in first place. Russell still fighting with Carlos Sainz for second place here. And they're side by side coming into turn 3 and 4. But I think Carlos Sainz wins that battle and continues in second place. So guys, we started off really well. Unlike our rival Lewis Hamilton, which started out in 16th place. He got a really bad qualifying, honestly. So this could be a good race for us to get ahead of Lewis Hamilton by a good lead. So let's hope we can win this race, so we get a good lead on our rival. We have here Carlos Sainz and Russell fighting again, but Lando Norris is fighting Russell now, actually, for the podium position here for third place. They're side by side coming into turn 4, but I think George Russell won that fight there. Yeah. We have Pierre Gasly and Sergio Perez fighting here, and we also have Lewis Hamilton, which climbed up to 13th, fighting against Guan Yu Zhou. Oh no, not Guan Yu Zhou, against Logan Sargent for 12. Wait, no, for 13, my bad. So Lewis Hamilton did manage to climb up some positions. He was in 16th, now he's in 12th. So that's pretty good for him, I guess. I mean, to be honest, in these cars here, these lower cars, like, for an example, obviously Lewis Hamilton with the Mercedes can pass Hulkenberg and Sargent, and Zhou, like, that's easy. But let's see if Perez can hold up Lewis Hamilton, which would be doing us a little bit of a favor here, because then Lewis Hamilton wouldn't get points. So let's hope that Sergio Perez can hold him up, but let's see. But obviously, the Mercedes can obviously pass these lower cars like Alfa Romeo, Williams, you know. But we have Logan Sargent fighting against the Guan Yu Zhou. Logan Sargent won that. Lewis Hamilton being overtaken by Pierre Gasly back into 12th place. Let's see if he manages to re-overtake him. George Russell and me fighting here for first place here. We're side to side into turn 4, and we managed to out-brake George Russell and get the position back. We also have Yuki Tsunoda in 6th place. That's pretty impressive for an AlphaTauri car. So let's see if he can keep that position, because an AlphaTauri in 6th place is a big deal, honestly. It's one of the worst cars in the grid. We have Russell fighting against Norris, but George Russell did win that one. We have Carlos Sainz coming and overtaking. No, fighting against Lando Norris. Lando Norris is gonna put up a fight against Carlos Sainz for the position here, and I think he won it here. Okay guys, here we are into lap 9. This is our pit lap, so let's hope we can get the best lap we can. And we have here George Russell fighting us to get to P1. We're not gonna let that happen. It's always in turn 4 that like these fights happen, to be honest. I think it's like the high speed corner, but I'm not sure, because most fights are happening in turn 4, but who cares anyways, because it's our pit lap, and let's see if we can get a pretty good pit stop. And here we are into the pit stop here. We're out of the pits, behind Lando Norris, which pit after us. So we're gonna have to try to overtake him into these first few turns if we want to even have a chance at winning this race. We have here George Russell, Carlos Sainz, Perez pitting here, and we're gonna try to come out in front of them. Let's see if we manage to come out in front of George Russell, which was fighting us in this race here. So let's see. George Russell's coming out in front of us. We come out in second, and he comes out in first place. So we're gonna be trying to catch up to him, but he has a pretty good lead on us. He must have gotten a really good pit stop, to be honest. we have Lewis Hamilton and Yuki Tsunoda fighting for 9th place. Here into turn 4, Yuki Tsunoda keeps that position, but Lewis Hamilton doesn't seem to be wanting to give up on it. He's going to be trying again to overtake him, maybe into the next turn. Let's see. We have here a safety car. No, it's a red flag because Max Verstappen is out of the Canadian Grand Prix, breaking his tire, I think. I don't know what happened, but it was a crash and it's I don't know where you go for the second time in Canada. I don't know what happened, but Max Verstappen is out of the Canadian Grand Prix because of a crash. It's 3 wide into turn 1 and into turn 2. We got the position of first place. It was pretty good there. We got first place and George Russell second and Charles Leclerc third right now. But I really don't know what happened. It was a crash of Max Verstappen crashed and he's out of it, the Canadian Grand Prix now. And that changed up the whole grid. We're back in first place. George Russell in second, Leclerc third, Perez fourth, Sainz fifth, Lewis Hamilton 6th, Norris 7th, Alonso 8th, Tsunoda 9th, and Magnussen 10. So those are the top 10. George Russell and Charles Leclerc fighting for second place there, and they're side by side again into turn 4, and George Russell wins that fight again to keep second place. Here in the last lap of the Canadian Grand Prix with a pretty comfortable lead on George Russell. We're gonna come into the final few turns here, but let's keep in mind that George Russell will have DRS into the final straight, so let's hope he does not manage to overtake us there.